On Friday, August 15th, 2014, the Territory welcomed and witnessed the swearing-in ceremony of His Excellency the Governor, Mr. John Duncan, OBE. On this special GIS report, we are pleased to bring featured moments of the ceremony as the Government of the Virgin Islands and His Excellency the Governor highlighted the value of uniting for a better BVI. Let's hear from Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable D. Orlando Smith, OBE, as he delivered his remarks at the swearing-in ceremony.
As Premier and Minister of Finance, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome His Excellency and his family to a breathtaking Virgin Islands. So while this is not your first visit, the difference is that this time you will get to know our people, understand our vision and goals as a government, and indeed you will really discover what makes this territory so special. Last November, when my office collaborated with the Foreign and Commonwealth Office in hosting an Overseas Territories Communication Workshop here in the BVI, we knew that there could be no more suitable person to lead this assignment than your good self. We are most grateful for the leadership and guidance you have already provided to the BVI and other overseas territories, particularly in the use of modern communication tools, including social media for various marketing, public relations, and other communications. I have also had the privilege of seeing you in action, both at the G8 conference last year, as well as the joint ministerial council meeting later that same year. I was impressed. I like the fact that you had no hesitation in rolling up your sleeves and doing whatever it took for the right message to be communicated to the rest of the world about the BVI and other overseas territories.
In his remarks, Premier Smith highlighted some of the territory's major infrastructural developments, resilience, and accomplishments.
Your Excellency, your assignment coincides with significant changes on which we ourselves embarking, particularly in the area of infrastructure. These changes are transformational for the territory. You would no doubt have been briefed about several of these major infrastructure projects, including our cruise pier project, for which we have already broken ground, our plans for the expansion of the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport, the much anticipated formal opening of a new hospital, and the ongoing improvements of sewage, to name but a few of the larger ones. One discovery we'll make early on, sir, is that we are not only resilient as a people, nor do we settle for what we can get. Instead, we always aim for the best that is available in every sphere. And it is in this quest for the best that we look to you for assistance and support as Her Majesty's government representative. The recent tremendous success of our Elmo Stout High School graduates in the Regional Caribbean Examination Council examinations is but one example of our constant aim to be the best at whatever we do. The excellence of our students is indeed a tribute to their hard work and to the steadfastness and commitment of their parents and teachers. But it is another example of this government's resolve to our young people to do whatever it takes to ensure that they take their places not just as equipped and productive citizens of the BVI, but as equipped and productive citizens of the world. It is obvious that the needs of young people are very high on the list of our priorities. Last year, I was delighted to welcome the many UK residents attending our annual reception at BVI House in London. But I was especially happy to welcome the many residents who traveled all the way up from Hertfordshire to be with us. You see, I'm extremely grateful to the Hertfordshire residents for their generosity in opening their hearts and homes to our young people, while they prepare themselves for various sport events as well as for other educational activities in the United Kingdom. This, perhaps more than any other, speaks to the mature relationship that has developed between the BVI and the United Kingdom. This is the kind of collaboration that helps our territory and our people to really shine and prosper. Therefore, We seek your commitment to help develop and foster more of these relationships.
The territory's vibrant and sound business spirit was also noted, along with a sense of openness to training opportunities to help local businesses expand and diversify.
Another real example of such collaboration during the same visit last year was when I attended a GMC, a business event organized by Her Majesty's government to expose the BVI and other overseas territories to potential investors and other investment opportunities in or by UK entities. Growth of BVI land businesses and investment opportunities is one of the areas of highest priority to this government, and I note your strong economic development background. I'm especially proud of the fact that since we took office in late 2011, BVI landers have received over $1 million in funding for various commercial ventures through the collaboration of our National Business Bureau and our National Bank. We were very pleased if perhaps some of the local businessmen and women could be exposed to some of their own investment opportunities and sound business practices in furtherance of their growth. This could happen through a variety of means, including through exchanges, attachments, and direct training opportunities.
Additionally, Premier Smith highlighted the territory's twin economic pillars of financial services and tourism.
In financial services, as we adjust to the constant global changes by international standard setters on the one hand, and on the other hand, we must fend off many detractors who do not wish this territory well. Be that as it may, we continue to stand firm in adhering to the established international standard, but also to adapting to the evolving standards. Your Excellency, I look forward to your and Her Majesty's government's support in helping to preserve this pillar of our economy that contributes so significantly to the livelihood of our people. I'm pleased to say that the other economic pillar, tourism, has bounced back to a level we have not seen in several years. This fact is reflected in the growth of the all-important overnight arrival sector, which has seen a marked upsurge in arrivals in the first quarter of 2014, showing a double-digit increase over 2013. These are leading results among many of the Caribbean islands, as reported by the Caribbean Tourism Organization.
Premier Smith concluded by reiterating the mutual respect between the territory and the UK government and the government's commitment to good governance and developmental goals.
In 2012, we reaffirmed a commitment to partnership with Her Majesty's government towards our success, security, and stability. Today, I pledge a further commitment to continue good governance and the partnership that has been forged with Her Majesty's government over the years. We will continue to do so with mutual respect and a shared vision for the prosperity of this territory. I am pleased that our relationship is based on this mutual understanding. It suffices as I close to remind you of the goals of our development strategy, which I comment to you in brief as follows. A continuously improving economy, a continually improved standard of living, improved social services program and healthcare, a strong education sector, improved communications and infrastructure, protected borders, enhanced law, order and public safety, and an efficient public sector. Every day we strive to meet these goals with the support of our people. We are committed to communicating, collaborating, consulting, and listening to the people of our Virgin Islands as we move the territory towards stability and growth. We know that you too will do so.
In his response, His Excellency the Governor, Mr. John Duncan, OBE, had this to say.
Firstly, my thanks to the Honourable Premier and the Honourable Leader of the Loyal Opposition for their warm words of welcome. It is a great honour to have taken today the formal oaths of allegiance and for due execution of office, which complete my formal appointment as Her Majesty the Queen's Governor of the Virgin Islands. It is also a particular personal pleasure to be here amongst you with my family on these beautiful islands. Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor is appointed by Her Majesty. However, as the oath of due execution of office makes clear, I am also your governor. The role and task of the governor is to strike the balance between the views of Her Majesty's government in the United Kingdom, those of the government of the Virgin Islands, your elected representatives, and the aspirations of the people of the Virgin Islands. In carrying out this responsibility, I will seek to bring even-handedness, professional integrity, a willingness to listen to the views of others, coupled with the readiness to take the right decision, even if that is not always the easy or the popular one. For the past 30 years as a public servant, I have striven to make the world a better and a fairer place, whether it was on the battlefields of Kosovo, the refugee camps of Sudan, the committee rooms and corridors of the United Nations, or helping businessmen and women towards success in their investments and developing their export potential. This is the commitment I bring to the role of Governor of the Virgin Islands. To work together with your government and your elected representatives, with the support and commitment of the talented men and women of the public service, to make the Virgin Islands a still better and fairer place, so that the citizens of this territory have greater opportunities to reach their full potential. There is indeed much to be proud of in what the Virgin Islands have achieved over the past 50 years. But, as the age-old adage says, time and tide wait for no man. There are challenges as well as opportunities ahead in our 21st century society. For example, the important role that the Virgin Islands play in the modern global economy as a well-regulated centre for financial services operating under English law is not well understood. In part, this is because the global communications revolution to which the Honourable Premier referred, which has brought us all together and created new ways of doing business to a degree that few could have imagined only a short while ago, has provided also greater scope for people to question and to call to account, whether it be how we meet our collective responsibilities on climate change or the need to regulate our businesses effectively. In the 21st century, communities need to value their diversity and put behind them the temptation to remain insular in outlook or to blame the other for all their problems. Communities who succeed in doing this will better capture the opportunities and master the challenges ahead. I very much on my personal basis look forward to visiting all parts of the Virgin Islands, to meeting you all in person, to learn your perspectives on how together we can work in partnership to meet the challenges in the Virgin Islands that they will face and help the Virgin Islands people seize those opportunities ahead. Thank you very much for your attention.
This has been your special GIS report as we featured highlights of the swearing-in ceremony for His Excellency the Governor, Mr. John S. Duncan, OBE, as the government of the Virgin Islands and His Excellency highlighted the value of uniting for a better BVI.